two textbooks. One was called Beyond the Bard, and I found this quote in here, this Chinese proverb by the author that I shared, and I thought this really just broke down drama super well. So it's, does anyone want to read it for us actually? I know we can all read it, probably read it a few times in our heads, but it's nice to hear it out loud. All right, here we go. Who's the best reader? Let's go with Rachel. You want to take it?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
it says, tell me and I will forget, show me and I will remember, involve me and I will understand.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really simple, but I just think this does a really great job kind of acting as like a thesis statement for drama. Tell me and I will forget, it's just, when I hear that as a student, I can really relate. A lot of times I just am sitting in class and something goes in one ear and right out the other. And I think that is super common for middle school and high school students, especially in really any context. And then show me and I remember, it's just like, you know, when you see something that's impactful or significant or just different, usually you have a better time remembering because it just kind of sticks in your head. And then involve me and I will understand. That's just the act of doing. It's getting the kids up there and letting them actually go ahead and do something instead of sitting down in the desk. I just think it's very important to keep this in mind, not just in drama, but just in teaching in general. I think this is a great Chinese proverb to go by, and just really remember that getting students interactive and just doing something hands-on and learning together can go a far way. So another really important thing about drama is that it can serve as a really good form of differentiated instruction. And so just in like looking at some of the resources I was looking at, drama can really heighten concentration from students and engagement, in addition to reading comprehension and just like text recognition. However, it still isn't, you still are gonna have struggling readers or maybe special needs students or students who just aren't really paying attention or misbehaving, in addition to having students who are gonna be advanced readers maybe and progressing at a higher pace than the others. And so there's a few different ways you can differentiate instruction for these situations. So like one way is if you have struggling readers, you can really have them focus on the aspects of the literary elements that make up the drama. So you can have them look at plot and track how the plot is developing and how that is impacting the characters. With advanced readers, you can have them really look at the cause and effect of the text contributing to like the plot and the development of the drama. And maybe for special needs characters, you can have them look at simple vocabulary that may be unfamiliar or struggling for them. But there's a lot of different ways you can do this and break it down to just make sure that students of all different learners are getting a chance to either broadcast their learning through a variety of mediums, or just make it a little bit more simpler instruction so that they can still work with the same play that you're working with your other classes, so you don't have to have a whole bunch of different plays to look at. So I shared a document with all you on your, so you should have an email, and if in your groups again, you can go ahead and pull that up. I put some resources on there. Some good ones. So once you pull it up, it should look like this. And we're gonna kind of do the same thing again, where we're gonna take a few minutes to kind of explore these websites, and then if you could in your pods, just write down something interesting or an activity you liked or something that you could use potentially in your future language arts classroom on your whiteboard. We can erase what we already did. Then we'll do that. And so the first one we have here is called the Theater Folk Blog. And this is a website I found. And over here it has categories, a bunch of different breakdown of dramatic affairs that you can use. And then up here where it says Theater Folk Plays, this has a whole bunch of, if you click here, a whole bunch of plays that you can search for and look at and really evaluate by grade level and things. And then Matt Buchanan, he has this website right here called Title Dramas for Teachers. And if you go to For Teachers and then lesson plans, you can find a whole bunch of different things. This Matt Buchanan guy, he looks like he's an established dramatic teacher. He's been doing work for a long time. He's a playwright, and he's been really involved. So this is just his website I came across with a bunch of different resources for teachers. And then these last three down here, Educational Theater Association, American Alliance for Theater Education, and I believe National Association of Teachers for Drama. These are three resources I got from Professor Brooks that we are for teachers that you can sign up for and also provide with good resources and good lesson plans. So why don't we take the next 5 minutes here and let's just kind of explore these websites and write down any resources that could potentially be helpful for you, and really talk through these things. And I just jotted down some things that you can ponder while you do, but we can really open this up and talk about anything dramatic.
Really good stuff so far, guys.
It's just everything.
Were either of you ever in any plays?
I did several musicals and 1 or 2 plays throughout middle school and high school. Some in middle school too.
I did some in middle school, but not high school.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take a shot at you, McKenna. I just.
It's okay.
Oh.
Mom did like 7 grades.
Okay, cool.
Call me out in class.
What was the last play either of you saw, or both? Preferably both.
You mean like music or which would be like classes?
Yeah, like a live performance.
You did do?
The King and I. We went to that just this spring, actually.
Was that for a class or just for?
I guess this is like
Just
pretty-
fun.
That's
A bunch
cool.
of friends and I went together. It was good.
Was it at like the Orpheum or?
Mhm.
Oh, cool. I've been there.
It was really well done.
How about you? What was it?
No.
Oh, where is that? Was that?
Broadway.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah.
Wow. That's sweet. Wait, why were you there? Where was that for?
We were on a trip for fans.
Oh, fun.
And we're gonna go to a Broadway show.
Yeah, you got it. You might as well.
Yeah.
That's
really
I do like the little
Sweet.
websites that have, which one are you guys on? Theater folk.
Yeah, so take a couple more minutes. I erased what you had wrote previously, so don't be afraid to jot some more stuff on the board that you want to talk about when we pull it back together here in a couple minutes.
Activity, lesson, exercise.
Do you want us to write it on the Google Doc or on the?
If you could on the whiteboard, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I just kind of.
Which one is fine?
Oh, St. George. That's cool.
Oh, Big Canada is a school of business. Do you live in Canada?
You might be a little far away.
Kindergarten. That's fine. We'll see what his weddings
All right, about one more minute, so let's make sure we're getting stuff on the board or you'll be in trouble.
Got any ideas?
Can you say, I think the things, are you looking for it? That one, class. Class production? Yeah, what was that called?
And then too, if you just remember to cite where you got them. If you can say it too, you don't have to write it, but You're already doing McKenna, so you got it.
And that was teaching theater. Teaching theater, yeah, theater.
I like these resources.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Anything else?
It's just a bunch of those things I actually like. You should do that.
Yeah.
Are there any standards that line specifically with drama at all, or is it?
I couldn't find any for like Minnesota,
Okay.
but a lot of the resources or textbooks, if you look in like, you can find plays in like almost every language arts textbook and
Right.
they'll say like Common Core standard, but nothing like specific to Minnesota standards, but there were some for sure. A lot of them tie together super closely to like reading literature standards.
Right, yeah. What is this called? Literary novels. Yeah. Quite similar.
What resources are?
It's from Wonderful.